Today, we're taking a plunge into the shadowy corridors of dark politics. This term is used to describe the unseen, often unethical maneuvers that influence political outcomes. The clandestine meetings, the under-the-table deals, the secret alliances, and the hidden agendas that shape the world as we know it. It's a game of chess played in the dark, where the players are unseen and the rules are unwritten. And while we might like to think this is a phenomenon exclusive to certain parts of the world, the truth is, it's universal. From the bustling streets of New York to the quiet corners of New Delhi, dark politics is prevalent, manipulating the levers of power behind the scenes. Unraveling dark politics requires a keen eye and an understanding of political dynamics. So, let's dive in. Dark politics in America is not a new phenomenon. It has roots that trace back to the founding of the country. The history of dark politics in America is a complex tapestry woven with threads of secrecy, manipulation, and covert operations. From the inception of the nation, politics has been a game of strategy where power players often operate in the shadows to achieve their goals. Let's take a step back to the late 18th century. The founding fathers, while revered, were not immune to the allure of dark politics. They used secretive tactics and manipulative strategies during the drafting of the Constitution. Backroom deals and political maneuverings were commonplace as they sought to balance power among the states. Fast forward to the mid-19th century, where we see the rise of political machines. These organizations, like New York's infamous Tammany Hall, utilized dark politics to control elections and political appointments. They thrived on corruption, bribery, and patronage, effectively dominating the political landscape of their time. The 20th century marked the emergence of a new form of dark politics, the rise of secret agencies and covert operations. The Cold War era witnessed the establishment of the Central Intelligence Agency and its infamous covert operations worldwide. These operations, often shrouded in secrecy, had significant implications on both domestic and foreign policy. In the 21st century, dark politics has evolved yet again, with the advent of technology providing new tools for manipulation. Fake news, disinformation campaigns, and hacking are the new weapons of choice. The 2016 election interference stands as a stark reminder of the potential impact of these tactics. The history of dark politics in America is a testament to the adaptability of those seeking power. It's a story of evolution and transformation, mirroring the changing times. It underscores the fact that while the methods may change, the underlying principles of manipulation, secrecy, and the quest for power remain the same. Understanding the history of dark politics gives us a perspective on its present state and potential future trajectory. While dark politics operates in the shadows, it has a definite structure and methodology. Dark politics, like any other system, follows a certain set of rules and tactics. At its core, it's about securing power, often through secretive or manipulative means. The first rule of dark politics is information control. This can be achieved through surveillance, censorship, or disinformation campaigns. The goal is to create an environment where the truth is malleable and can be shaped to fit certain narratives. Next, we have the players. These can be individuals, political parties, or even corporations, all vying for power and influence. They employ a range of tactics from behind-the-scenes manipulation to overt power grabs. The common thread is that their actions are often hidden from the public eye. The tactics used in dark politics are varied and complex. They may involve creating divisive narratives to sow discord, exploiting existing prejudices, or even employing psychological tactics to manipulate public opinion. These tactics are designed to create a climate of uncertainty and fear, making it easier for those in power to control the narrative. Now, technology and social media have added a new dimension to dark politics. They've become powerful tools for information control and manipulation. Social media platforms, for instance, can be used to spread disinformation, amplify divisive narratives, or even to mobilize supporters. The influence of technology on dark politics is double-edged. On one hand, is made it easier for those with ill intentions to spread their influence. On the other hand, it has also made it easier for ordinary people to call out abuses of power and hold those responsible accountable. The impact of dark politics is far-reaching. It can undermine democratic processes, polarize societies, and even lead to conflict. But it's important to remember that it's not an invincible force. There are ways to counter it, and that starts with awareness. The mechanics of dark politics may be complex, but they reveal the lengths to which individuals or groups will go to secure power. Scene script. American politics doesn't exist in isolation. Its dark politics also influence the global political landscape. Just as a pebble thrown into a still pond creates ripples that extend far beyond its point of entry, the impact of dark politics in America is felt across the world. The undercurrents of American dark politics, characterized by secret maneuvers and manipulations, have a far-reaching influence on the global political landscape. Take, for instance, the clandestine involvement of America in the political affairs of other nations. From the Cold War era up to the present day, there have been numerous instances where covert operations have destabilized governments, influenced elections, and shaped political outcomes in far-off lands. The intricate web of dark politics in America also has a hand in shaping global economic policies. Through lobbying and strategic alliances, powerful corporations and interest groups can sway American foreign policy, which in turn impacts global trade agreements, tariffs, and economic sanctions. The ripple effects of these economic decisions can be felt from the bustling markets of Beijing to the farmlands of South Africa. Moreover, the influence of American dark politics extends to the realm of international relations. Through the power of persuasion and coercion, America has been able to build alliances, create adversaries, and play a significant role in international conflicts. The geopolitical chessboard is often influenced by the shadowy game of dark politics played behind closed doors in Washington. But it's not just the politics of governments and corporations that are affected. The manipulation of public opinion through misinformation and propaganda is another aspect of dark politics. This has global repercussions as it shapes how people around the world perceive America and its actions, and more broadly, how they understand and interpret world events. The global reach of American dark politics is undeniable. It casts a long shadow over world politics, influencing everything from international diplomacy to economic policies and public opinion. The ripple effects of America's dark politics are felt far beyond its borders, shaping world politics in more ways than one. While dark politics seems like an insurmountable challenge, there are ways to counter it. So, let's dive into these potential strategies, shall we? First off, we have transparency. In the shadowy world of dark politics, the light of transparency is a potent weapon. It's about making sure that the processes, decisions, and actions of those in power are open for all to see. No more backroom deals, no more hidden agendas. Here's the thing. When everything is out in the open, it's much harder for dark political practices to thrive. It's about accountability, it's about responsibility, and it's about ensuring that those who govern us do so with integrity. Next on the list is encouraging civic participation. This is at the very heart of democracy. It's about getting people involved, about making sure that everyone's voice is heard. When people participate, they're not just voting or protesting, they are actively shaping the society they live in. They're pushing for change, they're demanding accountability, and they're standing up against injustice. And the more people participate, the less room there is for dark politics. Finally, we must strengthen our legal and regulatory frameworks. Laws and regulations are like the rules of the game. They set the boundaries, they define what's acceptable and what's not. But if these rules are weak or poorly enforced, then dark politics can easily creep in. So we need strong laws that are enforced consistently and fairly. We need independent bodies to oversee our political processes, and we need penalties that are severe enough to deter those who might be tempted to engage in dark politics. And there you have it: transparency, civic participation, and strong legal frameworks. These are the tools we can use to counter dark politics. But remember, it's not just about having these tools, it's about using them. It's about each and every one of us playing our part, standing up for what's right, and pushing back against the shadows. Countering dark politics demands collective effort and persistent vigilance. And with that, we wrap up our discussion on how we can counter dark politics. Remember, the fight against dark politics is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a long, hard road, but it's a road worth traveling. As we wrap up our discussion on dark politics, it's crucial to remember the impact it has on our societies. We have journeyed through its murky history in America, delved into its intricate mechanics, and explored its far-reaching influence on world politics. This shadowy side of politics, often unseen yet deeply felt, shapes our world in profound ways. It can sway elections, drive policy changes, and even ignite conflicts. The undercurrents of dark politics seep into our everyday lives, often without our realization. The power to counter dark politics lies within us. By staying informed, questioning narratives, and participating in the democratic process, we can shine a light on these hidden machinations. Knowledge is power. Understanding dark politics is the first step in countering its influence. It's not just about being aware, but about being active participants in our political landscape. Stay informed, stay vigilant,